I'm Peter Wells. I'm an elder in the church, and I've been coming to Burwell for about nearly 3 years, I suppose. It was rather sudden. I was an atheist. My wife was an atheist. We had some Christian friends, and we had all sorts of discussions and arguments with them about the faith, and kind of felt sorry for them really for being so deluded. And one of these Christian friends lent my wife, Helen, a book, Christian book, and she made a promise that she'd read it. Then these people moved away, and the book actually got put on a bookshelf, and it was there for about 2 years. And then we had some more contact with these friends, and they wanted the book back. Helen was just getting the book and pushing it into an envelope to post it back to her, and she kind of felt a voice saying to her, "You promised you'd read this book." So she took the book out of the envelope, rather disgruntled, and sat on the sofa and started to read it. And while she was reading it, she was thinking, "Oh no, I'm believing this. I can't believe it. I'll have to go to boring church." And then, of course, she's poking it to me and wanted me to read it as well. Came to a chapter on the resurrection, the evidence, historical evidence for the resurrection. I was believing it too. I thought this could be true. This really could be true. So we decided we'd have to go to church. They sat down, and the minister, the preacher, who didn't actually know us, pointed to the congregation. The first thing he did, he pointed to the congregation and said, "God has called you here today." And Helen felt as though God had pinned her back to the wall, you know. I went to Africa to visit our son, who was working out there. And while we were out there, I had a heart attack. We did a lot of praying then. Actually, we had the daily reading on the morning after I'd had this heart attack was that verse from Jeremiah about, "I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Because you feel that your horizons have just shrunk altogether, you know, suddenly everything's compacted and you don't know whether you're even going to wake up the next day, you know. 3 years later, Helen died she got cancer, cervical cancer, and so then I really needed my faith, because I did a lot of railing to God about why, you know, why, all the obvious questions. But I still felt that God was there, and you know, everything would be all right, if you know what I mean. I've had a whole another life because eventually I met Anne and her family, and we got married, moved in, and I've had another 26 years of life in a completely different family with and all sorts of things that happened on from that, preaching and leading in the church and various things like that. Be prepared to consider the evidence. Be open-minded to what the truth might actually be.